Welcome to WrestleCulture. This feels really weird with you being on that side.
I've never seen that side of your face before. I can't get this microphone up. The thing's not like what working. It's at Sidgwick and Phil height, and I feel like I need to lean in. When somebody's on a local news broadcast.
Yeah, that's right. On the plus side,
he owns this chair on Friday.
Oh, too right. Yeah.
On the plus side, however, it'll be pointed right at your face today.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yeah.
So you won't.
Because I'm just excited. I just want to get.
You just want to be.
Well, what else are you doing?
I just want to hold.
You got any more pops?
Sorry, you're the one who's the song.
How far away, actually?
You look really weird now. It's going to be like a whole.
I don't like it. It's strange.
Hi, everyone.
In class, the teacher is always cooking. He'll give you a chase you size that's whooping. NXT's the best, and I say it every week. I know, over the years it has had its problems, but Andre, Thea Duke, and Riley will solve them. And every time someone asks me, where should I study, I say... Oh, Mr. Chase, there's not a thing that I would change. Chase U is amazing. It's the best school by far. And Thea Hale, there is no way that you could fail, 'cause Chase U is amazing. The best school by far. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture, joined by Adam Nicholas and Michael Hamflett from WhatCulture.
Not following that.
What's it called?
Pain. That's what it's called. That's what you'll be familiar with.
Hearing loss.
I'm going to butcher this. Somebody in the comments, I want to use till now. Is it the iambic pentameter? Yeah. About the measuring of syllables with the beat, and in terms of this, being able to think, well, you associate certain words to fit into a certain amount of space with the tune.
Mm-hmm.
Or poetry.
Perfection, no notes. 10 out of 10.
The amount of times people ask me, where should I study? I lost count. I've got to say I lost count.
They were all saying it. Everyone was saying it when I was at university.
I was really thrown from the off because I just, understandably, day before an AEW pay-per-view thinking, oh, where's he fitting full gear or John Moxley in this? And then within a line, it's NXT and Chase. Right, okay, readjust.
They've got enough time on the slot already.
Yeah.
He's just trying to squeeze in his favourite things.
Yeah, just contemplating singing a tune to the Top Gear soundtrack, but full gear, and just went, I'll just do some Bruno Mars instead.
I think I speak for everyone when I say, I think you made the right choice.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Hello, it's WrestleCulture.
Hello.
But a very special episode of WrestleCulture, because this week, of course, we are celebrating the fact that we are 1 year of the WhatCulture Wrestling Podcast YouTube channel.
Someone was wearing a nice T-shirt.
Oh, that is a lovely
like this
t-shirt.
one?
Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
Well, I got it from a place where you guys can't, but you can get it from a different place.
I don't know. Soon.
Don't know the specific details. But yeah, I got it from somewhere you'll be able to get it from soon, which is going to be made available by a link or something, same website as usual. But you will be able to get this We Are One t-shirt very soon, and yours can be ironed. Mine is still packet folded because I've forgot.
Iron sold separately.
I nearly forgot to put it on this morning, and I had to tear it back up before I came to work. So it's got those squares down.
Yeah,
well, yours doesn't have to have that.
We've inadvertently stumbled into it, so we might as well just go all in on this one. In that this won't be the only T-shirt that's going to be available very soon, because not today. I know, but you've had enough. You've had enough this week.
And still more to come.
Still more to come.
All your presents on Christmas Day.
Exactly. But you can open all your presents next week, because the official WhatCulture merch store for both WhatCulture Wrestling main channel and WhatCulture Wrestling podcast channel that nobody definitely didn't see in the weird bar at the bottom of a video, Brian Weddick. God damn it.
Definitely. Hey, Brian, why don't you Photoshop it out of your Twitter account? Yeah.
Thanks, AI. So, basically, the merch store will be going live. We don't have the exact date because Phil's actually on holiday at the moment. Yeah. But the exact date next week will be confirmed. Next week, but before the end of, guess what, next week, all of these brand new T-shirts will be available, a whole different bunch. That one is also one of those that's purple with white text, so it's flipped around. There's a whole bunch of ones for the main wrestling channel. There's also a few a little more tailored specific ones for the podcast channel that I'm just going to make you wait a little bit that we haven't finished the design for yet, but they will also be out next week.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What a week of celebration. The best of the Collision Cops. I watched that last night. I was crying with laughter.
Yeah, but you weren't there though, were you?
No, I missed it all.
Me neither.
For a minute. Yeah, I know. You both missed it. You both missed it live and in the flesh.
Best of the day, man, and a couple of live streams if you want to go back and check those out. And after this, we're going to be...
I've got a graphic for this.
Wrapping this in short order today because 4:30 today...
4:30, but we'll be redirected immediately.
Oh, you lucky people. Yeah, you're going to be redirected to our Get the Table for Three. Me, Hamflett and Sidgwick, reminiscing over the years that we've been stuck together. You've been stuck with me.
Beautifully edited by Adam Nicholas as well in order to make it watchable.
I was going to say, we were there for about 2 hours just chowing down.
Yeah. How he's polished up me eating 4 burgers. Like, how you polished up me eating 4 burgers, I'll never know. But I can't wait to see for myself.
See, the trick is, though, it's just you, and it's just
one camera.
1 hour and 19 minutes supercut of you eating
all
burgers.
The talk, yeah.
It's like the old, remember Sky Sports Interactive where you could have player cam? This comes with burger cam.
Ham cam.
Ham cam.
The only reason that came straight to my head is because one of the timelines on my video editing thing was so it was like the main cam, Wilb cam, Sidge cam, ham cam.
Ham cam.
Ham cam.
What a torturous invention that could be.
Hi to everyone who joined us in the chat, by the way. Hi to Matt Rains, who says, Happy Friday, gents. Bad weekend to support Southampton, West Ham or Barrow. Bad weather conditions today make for a live Legends Lands with a special homage to something that happened a year ago yesterday. Cheers, brothers. Cheers to you, Matt Rains. Yeah, our Dudley Boys live show was...
I saw your tweet about this.
I couldn't believe it. It popped up on my time.
But I was thinking the only reason he knows this is because he's time hop. He's missed a time hop. He's the only person I know who still goes, holy hell, time hop.
My time hop now is as well is times I've screenshot time hops from the previous years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when time hop first launched and you could tell that was going to happen because everybody was very excited.
Yeah.
With it. That little green dinosaur gimmick, is he still around? Or
Yeah, he's still knocking about, I think.
he's starting to look his age.
Yeah.
He's going to be extinct soon.
Have you ever seen his brother?
Yeah.
He's like a little black and white one. He's on Google. You can like hops up and down. Different career paths.
When things crash.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's the best. He
That
keeps
was
you company.
Genuinely,
How do they do it when there's no internet?
I get such a warm and fuzzy feeling when I think of that game because it reminds me of having
Simon Miller.
Oh well, yeah. Shout out Simon Miller. Office jobs when the internet went down, and that was the highlight of your week. And it was like, well, we can't do anything. We desperately want to, but we can't. So
Do you remember there was that day randomly
for a bit.
in the old office where I think the internet, something had gone down and the bosses were just like, do you want to clean your desks or something?
I seem to recall that it very quickly it devolved into like the cleaning desks bit happened for like a little very quick stint. Some people's idea of clean is not the same as mine.
Some people's took longer than others.
Some
to clean,
people's took a lot
say.
longer.
Yeah.
Some people just didn't do it.
Yeah.
However, it did very quickly devolve, and I'm pretty sure by about the hour mark, I think Michael Sidgwick and James Hunt were just arm wrestling.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
Squash, obviously, it's James Hunt, but you know.
Well, actually, I think you'll find it was the other way around because Sidgwick kind of rigged it because he had baby daddy arm, which is different when the kids.
Yeah.
You've been carrying it, and you'll know now soon. Carrying the kids around, you end up getting jacked in the arms by accident.
That's not the reason why you get strong in the arms.
Yeah, well, listen, I was trying to keep it PG. You know what I mean? Dirty pigeon.
Hi to Mimi Burris in the chat as well. And congratulations to her from all of us here at WhatCulture. Mimi writes, Hi guys, I got a promotion to level B mechanic yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for getting to listen to you all every day. Thanks for everything. Congratulations. Mimi.
Congratulations.
That's exciting. So I'm trying to figure out, because is it A then to B? Or is it like you've gone from...
I don't know, yeah.
Is it Z up to B? That's what I'd like to know, because I want to know if there's like room for more of this journey to continue, because I like getting exciting news like that.
Do you think it's like you can fix like fancy Dan cars the more you sort of move
maybe.
up there?
Or maybe
like you get Kevin Owens' car that he's got.
Not Gullwings. Gullwings is DeLorean.
We learned this last week,
Lamborghini?
didn't we? Lamborghini,
Yeah, but
that's
we
it.
can't remember the door because it wasn't Suicide Doors, was
It
it?
wasn't.
No,
It's these ones.
Oh, the ones that go that way.
I thought it was
instead of-
Gullwings.
I thought Gullwings was the DeLorean. Someone in the chat will let us know.
Doors
No doubt.
It's really not important, is it?
But maybe you can fix them, maybe. I don't know.
fix
But
them.
congratulations.
Or what
David.
if you can only fix cars that begin with the letter B?
Oh, yeah. Bugatti.
Hey? Go on, you've got this.
Brum.
I'm not topping that.
How to fix Brum, just feed him sandwiches. He'll be better soon.
So it's Full Gear this weekend.
So
how are we feeling about it? Me and Sid, you've just recorded our preview, talking through all the matches, so we're not going to go into too much detail. I was saying to Sid, is this... do you think this as well, Nicholas? Like, you've sat here and watched us mope about the telly on AEW for quite some time.
I think I've actually been spared that this week as well. Because I've been busy doing other stuff.
Is the danger now that they're almost relying upon... TV's not great, but the pay-per-views have always got class matches on there.
It's a daft kind of pressure to put yourself under. I don't think AEW have done it on purpose, obviously. No company ever does, but it does certainly... I think what happens when a product starts to go cold, any version of it, immediately then you look towards what still works, what still functions really well and lean as hard as you possibly can in on that. It is wild to think for not quite all of the 20 years, but for certainly the latter decade of that 20-year slump, WWE pretty much just lent on Rumble to WrestleMania and then just WrestleMania. Like when it was bad, you couldn't even rely on the Rumbles anymore. And it was just like, well, there's one night a year where it might go well for your favourite in a big stadium where it looks great. And like, everything else, just keep your fingers crossed.
It didn't.
So to rely on a monthly pay-per-view and stacked ones at that, it obviously shows that like AEW is far from anywhere near that kind of just dreadful situation. But yeah, it's not an ideal scenario, especially when one of the many things that people are starting to tire of a little bit is just good action for good action's sake. Like, it's the guarantee. It's the cast iron guarantee that the matches will deliver on these Saturdays and Sundays for AEW pay-per-views. However, the less characters that people are invested in, the more chance those matches just won't deliver emotionally and won't leave you with memories. Like, Ospreay's very good at working around that. Swerve Strickland's very good at working around that. Tony Storm was and presumably will soon again be very good. But those wrestlers are in short supply. I would argue John Moxley hasn't been one of those wrestlers for a while, and now he's the guy on top. Yeah. You've got to leave with like you've got to feel it as well as think about it with these pay-per-views because you need them more.
Good news is from Matt Reigns, it's 10,000 crowd apparently, so
that's amazing. That won't even look like current AEW to see 10,000 people in the building again.
And it'll be like that. Maybe the stab in the arm you need, where it's like a reminder, isn't it, of like how good it was? Because I was watching, I was messaging you about the other night that, honestly, just like that feeling of being transported back into the shoes you were in, where you're like, oh God, this was the greatest thing on earth. Yeah. Like Arthur Ashe Stadium, Grand Slam. Just watch. It just came up and I didn't even have the time to go in on the matches or anything. It was just the entrances of Kenny and Bryan Danielson. Oh my God. Like, perfect. I was just like, God, this was absolutely unreal. Like, I can remember the feeling every morning waking up when it was like Dynamite the next morning and being like, can't wait to watch this. Yeah. Cannot wait to watch this. And then
it was the longest time till the next Dynamite.
I was counting down the hours on that Wednesday.
It really did. It was just such an electric thing. And
searching Twitter for the empty stadium pictures for the first people getting in.
Just to see what it looks like. In the middle, what's the stage setup going to be like? It was just... I remember being on the Pulse, and we were just talking about the only other previous time I can remember feeling like that, I guess, which is weird because it wasn't even a great period. It was just the fact I'd got back into wrestling. We stumbled across that video that I made when I didn't work here, did I? Where it was like the comparison of, it was the Desire 2017 video.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Just like, it was all the best. But I just got back in a couple of years prior and I was right into being into it. And like, I was obsessed with Rollins and like everything was just, I was like, this is great. It wasn't, but I was so fresh.
It's Nicholas's November Rain. You watch that and he'll make you think that the product's in good health.
But I was so fresh. I was so fresh-eyed. It was like none of it mattered. It was that period, as I described it, of like, you know what? I don't know any better. So this is like, to me, I haven't watched in 10 years. This is class. And like, it's amazing how that can wear off very quickly as like a cautionary tale. But that feeling is exactly the same as I felt for Dynamite, and I just want it. I want it back, and I know the feeling gets used very regularly. But I genuinely I don't think anybody wants to see it like fail. Who's sitting in this room or anywhere downstairs? Like, I just want it back.
Yeah,
Dynamite was. You get good, bad, and indifferent Dynamites. Of course, it's 52 weeks a year. After this week's was the worst I felt in a while. Not just for like what was a pretty lousy episode, and it wasn't like. It was interesting to record. I really enjoyed the discussion of the podcast that we had. Like, watch our Dynamite review if you don't mind criticism of AEW, because I felt it was like a good, constructive discussion. But the biggest takeaway I kept coming back to was like, I don't want to go back next week. Like that NXT 2021 feeling of another week in this building, like with sludge and chrome and skulls. Like AEW's got that. Like, my In Your House podcast friend Benno like refers to AEW as like it looks grey. He associates a colour with it. And that's where I'm at with it. Like, I think about it, and I think I said the other week, it's like looking out your window and it's a foggy day, and you can kind of just about make out the details of what you need to see and where you need to go, but not really. Like, it's just not a welcoming environment to think about next Wednesday. Full Gear should be the opposite for one night, and it's how much it can keep you almost out of reality and make you sort of excited for being back in the world again the following Wednesday.
Seeing the clip of you three, and like all of us, but you three because you were on camera, post All In, where we put that little daft video together. Everybody was so excited because it had been this incredible delivery, and it was like Sid was like, "It's back, it's 100% back." You can't. That's like realistically at this point, that's the bare minimum you kind of need from this, like, because obviously it didn't click for me the way it did for lots of other people, but I wasn't there for the original one. The November Rain thing, it felt like it was like everybody was getting excited about that, and obviously they've laid out all these possibilities that can happen at this pay-per-view. Chance for almost like what it feels like it could be not a reset, but like here's a bunch of champions who could change, or here's a bunch of storylines that could, peak and they kind of need that to happen. But then it's like, even after that, it's really hard to not feel like, well, but what's going to happen after that though? Like, I don't think they haven't really fumbled that many pay-per-views. No. Like, they usually, even if with like a bad build, they usually pull out a good pay-per-view.
Probably count on one hand, which is impressive at this point.
That's what I mean.
Absolutely.
After this, exactly. And I just feel like even with that, I want to believe that it's coming. Like it can come back.
They've got the look of the Continental Classic as well. Like, that takes up so much of your TV time. It almost is an advantage when creative's not that great. So coming out with this pay-per-view, the brackets are unknown. I've seen some criticisms of that. I actually think that's a good thing. I think it's nice to not have any Full Gear spoiled by. Yeah,
exactly. We've moaned about that before. Yeah,
brackets. Like, he kind of gives away stuff with his tournament booking sometimes. I actually quite like, because theoretically the Full Gear results should have an impact on who's going to be in those brackets, because what you're fighting for and all that. So I think that's going to be, again, the matches, who knows, but I just think it does make a difference on the overall quality of the TV, because you just haven't got as much time to fill with cars and walls and nonsense,
Any big predictions for Saturday night?
Well, you can listen to them all on our predictions video, which will probably be on the channel today, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Wilbourn did. I've got Mercedes Moné joining the Hurt Syndicate, excuse me. Rather than a result, I think a number of the results are, you can kind of see where they're going. You've got a bunch of title changes, haven't you? But I think I could see Mercedes Moné beating the dog out of Prince Nana as part of a distraction. Win, lose or draw in the women's title match. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think of anything. And Kyle Fletcher beating Ospreay.
Yeah.
Which feels in service to the story, but will still scan as quite a big deal.
Yeah. I feel like you'd want to do that as well for Fletcher to get him over, like even more over, I guess.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to? What do you think is going to be the
I'll be honest, I've got to say, not that I've tapped out, I've had a few weeks where I've not really been on it. So I truthfully, nothing. But that's not because I'm not looking forward to the product. I'm looking at those matches there, and there's a bunch on there I want to see. Almost all of them, actually, which is quite weird. Except for, and I don't mind saying this, I am sick of seeing these. I'm going to swear.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm going to try and, well, I'm definitely going to at some point. But for now, the boom.
Boom!
Kiss my ass, right? I've just, every now and again in my life, something will come into the zeitgeist, right? And I'll be like, nah, just not you. I don't know. I don't even care.
Can we change the WrestleCulture thumbnail and put them on it today so we can quadruple the number of subscribers the channel's got?
No, I would sooner delete all of the videos we have than do this, right? And this is just, I'm just being a spoiled sport.
No.
A reminder of, it reminds me of moments in life where I always go back to this because it's the one I always do for Tiger King, right?
Yeah.
I know it's not the same thing. I know it's very different, but this idea, this one, everyone's talking about this thing. It's like, and you just take one look at it and I'm like, nah. No, no. I don't want it. I don't need it. These guys, if you even remembering these boys in 3 years' time, I'll be amazed.
That's the funny thing, isn't it? It's going to be like, what was this? Big Boom AJ, accompanied by Big Sadness.
The vibe is absolutely off. It's not on. I'm sorry to be the party pooper. The bubble boomer.
I don't love what they are, right? Let's pretend they never get into wrestling.
There's something really. I feel like there's something really off about all this.
It's in the kids' eyes.
I don't like it, man. I do not like it.
However, that Big Boom AJ, an ex-wrestler, a couple of weeks ago, cut a promo in Times Square when this thing with Keith Marshall got announced. Again, it's stakes free. It's on the.
And then who hasn't cut a promo in Times Square? You've cut a promo in Times Square.
But he nailed the time, the place, the date, the stakes, the everything. The time, the place, the stakes, the chicken bakes. He covered it all, and he did it in such a way that you're like, man, he's still got those old workers' instincts. And then he's done it again this week in this promo that's by leaps and bounds, and of course it is because they're currently mainstream hot, like leaps and bounds, this like the most viewed and most over thing from Dynamite this week. What I don't get, and this is, again, lift him out of wrestling, I'm a bit freaked out by the whole deal. I don't get why wrestling fans would be so precious about it. I'm not saying that's you.
No, I can't even. I think I've been a very bad wrestling fan recently, so I'm not sure I can jump into that.
They got it hasn't aired yet, but they come out. I think they did a contract sign with QT Marshall
on Rampage.
Yeah. And they booed out the building. He's gone to the trouble of getting the cookie put on his tights. I admire that work. And like,
I don't know what that means.
They promote a big biscuit. A big biscuit's another member of the family, probably. Like they just get booed, and then you see people on Twitter being like, "What is this? What an absolute total joke!"
Biscuits
and you're like,
kill me one day.
It's like wrestling sometimes gets celebrities horribly, horribly, horribly wrong, and I kind of think they've got this one bang right and at the right time. Like that controversial Jimmy Fallon appearance, to put it nicely, did at least get AEW publicity on that enormous stage. Like, I'm not trying to sell them to you here.
You couldn't sell them if you were literally paying me the money to go on that site.
I'm just arguing their value to a pay-per-view undercard or a pre-show that a lot of fans seem to have got to stick up their arse
I think they could be really, like genuinely. I said this on the preview.
I have to say this has nothing to do with them being actually in the wrestling.
Yeah.
Because I can't claim to have. I've been a poor wrestling fan recently, but just their general invasion into my life, nah, no, thank you.
Just looking forward to the quiz in a bit. That's all.
They've gamed the algorithm, haven't they? Because they are.
Well, I think they could be really like genuinely influential on this, because I think if you can get some people who are randomly just fans of theirs and go, "What's this?" there, and they go, "We're on YouTube right now. Tune into 0 Hour." I said this. Have them on there. Have the Outrunners do a promo around them, around that match. People go, "Who the hell's these guys? These seem
You
like
son of a boom."
Yeah, that. And play the November Rain video. I reckon you get loads more. I think they could help save AEW to a certain extent in terms of just getting people to watch the pay-per-view.
I don't disagree in terms of bringing the eyes. Most definitely not. This pre-show is going to be the most viewed. I'll be interested to stack it up against other ones in terms of what impact they've legitimately had, say the YouTube show. I don't know. And then after that, they can go back to like this insane TikTok fame and probably a bunch of videos where the kids get older and get jacked and like abandon all that made them famous with eating Costco. It's just in time for my kids to get the age where they're completely influenced by them, and I'm stuck with them forever.
Forever.
Well, speaking of influencers, Jake Paul is today being linked with a WWE appearance in 2025.
I feel like about the Paul brothers like you do about the Costco guys.
See, I love Paul. Well, I love one half of the Paul brothers, and specifically the drink that he creates, which is fantastic and should feature your children, of course.
But can't sanction that one.
What do you think about this? Because it's one of those things where 120 million viewers that they did for the Tyson Jake Paul fight. I said on the news, I think if there's one way to do Logan Paul babyface, it's to send his brother out next to him, and people go, "Hey, that Logan's all right in comparison." What do you think about all this?
There is just to build on what I've just said about the Costco guys, there is a sort of inevitability to this that I think it's pointless to avoid and wave away.
Dread it. Run from it.
Indeed. I don't want it. To be totally honest with you, and this is speaking as just strictly as a wrestling fan with the tastes I have, I feel like I'm off the Logan Paul hype train a little bit. He is very, very good. I think I've seen almost the best of what he can do, and nothing will get better. It's a bit like a Shane McMahon thing. They might find him a higher thing to jump off. There might be a funnier way to incorporate a prime bottle mascot. That's
what I'm angling for next year.
You in the suit, yeah.
I'd be happy with that.
But him as a straight up wrestler, I think we've kind of seen the various peaks, and I think now it's just
not much else you can do apart from win the world title, really, is it?
And that's kind of what you worry about is well, how high are they going to want him to get with the card? And again, the Costco guys are only going to be the pre-show. You've been fairly careful with that. the sky remains the limit for the Paul brothers, and I think that's what I don't like. They're not good people. Like,
no.
Like, this is the thing with the Costco ones. I've got my worries about Big Sadness, but I don't know the family.
Big Justice.
The Pauls are bad eggs, man, really bad. And it's like, there's a lot of bad eggs getting in the way at the moment, and it's just like 2 more on the thing I like. Like, thinking about the fantasy book in the Paul brothers in matches gets me down a bit. Like, it's the total opposite.
I think they could be a great tag team, genuinely.
Like, again,
like heel, obviously, but
like, yeah, to what end? I guess like to enormous numbers. Like, I'm more asked about those numbers if it generates heat in the building. Put it like that. If it's like actual, like I think
they're very self-aware, aren't they?
I can understand from it's WWE, isn't it? So
yeah.
I mean, you can't argue with the numbers that they bring in on these shows, whether it's boxing, whether it's Logan Paul for WWE, whatever it is, YouTube. Mm-hmm. They bring in numbers. They go for people who bring in numbers. I get that. Like, you will see Jake Paul. Yeah. That feels like something they would.
He ran in, didn't he, in the Saudi match a couple of years back?
Well, it just feels like something they would be really salivating at the thought of. And that Logan Paul bit at the end of that fight was just a bit too weird for it not to be like. And what if Mike comes back as well, probably, or something? Like, why would they not?
I just get beat up. I'll buy the work of them losing. If they're going to be in it, I want them to just experience some comeuppance for being awful, even if it's just in a fake world.
Creed's chucking him around.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Like,
no, it won't happen.
No, they're going to like just win the belts or something. Just like,
beat everybody.
Yeah, it's happening.
Someone else who might be returning soon, Charlotte Flair.
Well, I'm glad you've all had a great week anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm not having a good day, right? I was having a great day before this.
Got a great quiz to look forward to in a bit.
I'm sure I have. This is the reward, the thanks I get.
Yeah.
It's so weird, isn't it? Charlotte Flair. You can't even really say a name without thinking of a legacy that is so intrinsically linked to Vince McMahon's terrible booking. She had that female Roman Reigns tag, and in this era, since Triple H took over, she's barely really had the chance to shake it. She had one of the matches of the year used with her, the Rhea Ripley instant classic, happening in front of your eyes at WrestleMania. But other than that, there was the week.
I seem to recall it starting slowly as well. Was this in the building? I feel like, well, maybe
I was going to get some
match.
food, I think, because I thought, I'm not sure about this, and I came back and I was like, this is on fire.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't go for food, and I feel like I remember thinking, it's starting a bit like I wanted more from this, and then
because they've got great chemistry, haven't they?
Yeah, and then by the end of it, it was like I'd need 10 minutes more.
Yeah, you could have watched. It's so weird. She had so from 2022, she made a comeback. Then she'd been out prior. She squashed Ronda Rousey, which turned out to be Ronda Rousey's insistence. Remember the story breaking that she was like, I want to lose the title, I want to lose it tonight. But naturally, when you don't know that and you're watching a Charlotte Flair come and do that, like, oh, Jesus Christ, like, God damn it, what's she got over everybody, you know? So then she has this total banger with Rhea Ripley and then goes away again, comes back again, suffers this horrific injury. So you never like wrestlers to be out for such a sustained period and all that kind of thing. We've never seen her really consistently booked in this era where, 75% of the people are stars. Everybody's getting over to an extent. She's almost feeling like a relic of a bygone era, yet to sort of find her place.
I'm really excited to see her back, and I didn't think I'd say that for quite some time about Charlotte Flair, because I'll admit, I think she's had some of your favourite wrestlers' best matches, but I was, sick and tired of her just constantly coming back and immediately being reinserted into the title picture. I hope that doesn't happen this time, because I think there's the prospect of so many different matches to do instead of that. Like Andy mentioned Julia on the news. Tiffany Stratton is right there. I think it'd be a great thing to do something like that. And then you've got loads of new talent as well coming up from NXT, Roxanne Perez. And just things have changed a lot since she was last here, and I'm excited to see how she slots in. And I just hope, this new regime doesn't just automatically go right straight back in at the top for you. But
a good Rumble wrestler for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And the doom and dread away from anybody, you might actually want to win it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Let's say hello to everyone in the chat, by the way. Thank you to everyone who's been joining us and chatting. Tactical Penguin says, afternoon, lads. We actually got snow in Dorset for the first time in yonks. Would ask a question with snow, but I don't know any. When's the Badger and Bodger pod?
The Badger and Bodger Podger can be heard in full on this week's
We're the
SmackDown.
Podgers.
Isn't it Bodger and Badger?
It is, and they're never far away.
Flipped around for a reason, though.
I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. It's on the SmackDown.
Do you ever know? I never do, man.
I never know, man. You'll have to watch that in your own time, Nicholas, because you couldn't be there to see it. Like, you like to be front row for our SmackDown coverage.
We were pretty professional for the first 45 minutes of that podcast.
I will.
I don't know. I improvised an 8 days a week parody about getting pissed in Leeds.
Good point, yeah.
I will definitely get on that. Will be my weekend.
Sid, you'll be doing the SmackDown review with me. You're off on Monday.
Yes.
He loves covering SmackDown.
Sid, to be fair, he was begging you to take that day off so he could just cover
right.
all the rest, and including SmackDown, not just Full Gear. He really said SmackDown.
It's his favourite bit of the podcast.
What he
to
wanted.
get into. Just loves the universe.
Yeah.
Created.
Congratulations to Josh and Ariel, who are getting married this weekend. That's the reason I'm off on.
Congratulations, Josh and Ariel. You couldn't have picked a better day because you're saving Wilbourn having to get back from your wedding and then sit down to 14 hours of an AEW pay-per-view. You can watch it at leisure this week. Have a great wedding. Many happy returns. The happiest man at your wedding will not be Josh.
Josh.
Will not be Josh. It will be Adam Wilbourn.
Very excited for that one.
No spoilers, guys.
I'm just trying to...
No, it's going to go late, isn't it? He's going to be like, anybody want to watch the pre-show with us? Costco, guys.
He'll be asleep with his food on him.
And Louise we're planning, going down to Birmingham for all this. And Anne Louise was like, right, get up and go Saturday morning. In my head, I go, get up and go. And watch SmackDown first, obviously.
Naturally, yeah.
Get up and go starts after that, though.
OG.
Straight to the cinema, then Birmingham. What cinema?
Yeah.
The one in the Limerine, darling.
Yeah.
OG Stem Cell says, happy Friday, fellas. Happy Friday to
Sitting
you.
eating popcorn at 6 in the morning.
Every week, man.
Happy Friday to you, OG Stem Cell. Listening at work while stocking beer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, stocking beer at a shop or like beer in a stocking? Like,
Yes, Christmas.
it's getting the Christmas
like
time,
a shoey,
right?
but
Like a
tights.
shoey. It's like all coming out the bottom because it's not supposed to happen. It's like, oh, where's it gone? It's on the carpet, so I guess I'll suck it out.
What is your dream War Games match? Could be 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. Should we each pick some people?
Yeah, because I don't like it. Is the brutal truth of it. I think I saw the best one ever in person. It was the 4-on-2 women's one in 2019. I don't think WWE have really done it that well, other than that single match.
I really wish I could go back and like he doesn't go on the trip and just to see if you had felt the same from home.
Aye.
I'm not that I'm denying that it was my favorite one. I think it was just a red hot weekend, that one in general.
Yeah.
But
I heard the Survivor Series is quite good.
You've heard rumours of it.
Yeah.
Basically, get the Costco guys out of my wrestling, or I'll stop telling everybody on this podcast about Survivor Series.
I'll get them gone. First thing Monday morning.
First thing,
get away with those guys again. Shall we? If we're trying to pick up from right now, should we put Punk on one side and Drew on the other? Because they do well in cages.
Yes.
And CM Punk
we'll make it intergender as well, because my first pick's Io Sky for one spot in particular.
So we've got CM Punk and Io Sky on the babyface side.
Yeah.
So we'll put Drew McIntyre with getting her called up to the main roster, Roxanne Perez.
Okay.
And then she can like smash Punk with the kendo stick and like, take that, dad. And that weird thing they do. Says two.
No, I've nothing to say. Nothing I can say on there.
Anyone you'd like to see chucked in there? Dwayne?
Yeah, why not?
So we've got.
Do you know what it is? Basically, Dwayne's looking great now ever since he's Costco guys. I'm like, maybe this guy.
Okay, well, hang on then.
No, I tell you what, no. So I'll take Dwayne, however, because I'm in a people-pleasing mood, I might not like the Costco guys, but dressed as Moana Dwayne.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
For War Games.
I can't believe they're making that film so soon after that. I know like they've done all the real-life animated ones, but Moana's only like 5-6 years old, and it's like, now get to the reality one.
Yeah.
And Moana 2's only just coming out as well.
I thought that's what this was all about. I'm not in the loop of all this, and I thought they were just doing some sort of reshoots for whatever Moana 2 is. But no, this is the live action.
They're doing a full live action.
Yeah. But, well, obviously, because...
So we've got Drew McIntyre, Roxanne Perez, and Maui from Moana.
Yeah.
No. I'm not calling him that. I'm not doing that all.
It's the Rock.
It's just the Rock. And he's got like that. He's dressed like that, and he's got all his belts.
Okay.
And he's got a new belt, which I don't know if you've known, but he's had from the estate of the people in Maui, where he's like puts it on. That's his other
I didn't
belt.
want to wear it.
Because he doesn't want to look lopsided, obviously.
Obviously.
All his tattoos are now both sides, because that's how he looks. So he's going to put two belts on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who'd be... Well, Punk had won it. Let's put Steve Austin in on the babyface side.
Okay.
Then. So that's 3 on 3.
Yeah. Can we have Jacob Fatu? Because I'm so excited to genuinely see what he does next weekend.
We could, yeah. Like, with The Rock, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's a solid 4. We might have to go 5 on 5.
Do you prefer 4 on 4 or 5 on 5?
4 on 4 because it's over sooner.
Makes sense. The match starts sooner. Yeah.
Like I don't even love the best of the WCW ones. There's like the 1991 and 1992 ones are the sort of the consensus best of that era. Even then, it doesn't.
Let's put one of the stars of that in there. Then
we need a babyface. Well,
hang on. What if we just? It is intergender after all this, right? I don't know. It's not like it doesn't make any sense. But I just want to see. Just want to see Rhea Ripley fighting Jacob Fatu, which is going to have the mask on, obviously, because she'll look even gnarlier. And then her and Jacob Fatu just kick each other's asses.
Legitimately brilliant in those War Games matches. If we're keeping it intergender as well, you'd have like all the men fighting and stuff, and then Medusa would like climb on top of the cage by herself and kick some ass. Before she was putting Bailton in a bin, she's kicking ass in the cage. That would be our 5 heels, wouldn't it?
Yes. We need one more babyface.
Drew McIntyre, Roxanne Perez, Maui, Jacob Fatu, and Medusa versus CM Punk,
Stone Cold
Steve Austin, Rhea Ripley,
Io Sky with a bin on her head. Only with a bin on her head. She has to work the entire match with a bin on her head.
You can put 2 little holes in if you want.
Yes, good.
That seems fair. Does she get armholes as well? I think she'd be lethal enough without,
Yeah, doesn't
it's
need
like her
armholes.
version of Orange Cassidy. She just keeps her arms by her sides in the bin.
I've got it. I've got your perfect babyface. You need a bit of one babyface shot, yeah?
Need one more.
Yeah, one more.
So one babyface shot, who is fantastic in these gimmick matches. He's fantastic all the time. Like super consistent. Already has an existing link with Stone Cold Steve Austin in their sort of, in their aesthetics and vibes. And you want a bit of drama because it's like, can they coexist on the babyface side? Hangman Adam Page.
Oh my God.
I'm into it.
And he's like looking at his team captain CM Punk and he's like, what did I do in this world? Actually turned out really well.
So it's great. Bring him across. Bring him over.
Something cheers him up a bit. Come on, Hangman.
I often have campaigned at various points for the Elite.
I bloody love the Hangman. I do.
Like, I've often campaigned for the Elites all come home. But not Hangman Page.
It's interesting that.
Like, Kenny Omega, I want to see it because this is that.
Do you know why? I know why. Because you're scared, aren't you? Because you'll kick Sheriff Punk's ass up and down the aisle time and time again.
I don't wish for his limited star power to be exposed. But like,
it's funny how he had a fight with Kenny in the books, but who never went physically. I'll take these little fellas, but I ain't taking no cowboy.
No teacher.
He bruises up the lads with like work punches, Hangman, doesn't he? Can you imagine if he's got to be for real? Like that. Kenny, it's like the Bryan thing. It's like, I think certain people can master everything. And I just love to see Kenny do it. The Bucks, let's be fair, probably should have gone. Maybe last year or something.
That's always that's time for everybody.
Yeah. Hangman, though, like, even now, even in this AEW, like, I've never really subscribed to the main character thing. But certainly of an AEW that's not firing, it needs him.
Yeah.
He still makes it feel like it means something, like being in AEW. And he's like...
One of the few, even throughout all of this, he's just one of those few brightly burning things for me that they'll just never go away. Even if he's doing something subtle or if he's doing something big, like burning down your house, like, just fascinating to watch him.
Before we get to this week's #Bloody Good quiz, very quickly, got a question from David Esposito, who mentions the fact that Linda McMahon has been nominated to Secretary of Education here in the States. What is the worst wrestler political position mismatch you can imagine?
Kane, Mayor of Knoxville.
Yeah. You stole my answer.
First reply from Vanders, Glenn Jacobs. OG Stem Cell writes Val Venus, and Paul Abbott writes Carlito for Foreign Relations.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
I mean, for one of my esteemed colleagues here, The Rock as president, remember when that was kicking around a couple of years? 50-50 split here at the table, I think.
Let's be honest. There's still plenty of time for that. I mean... The bar ain't exactly high, is this?
Yes.
Let's have it right.
That's true.
I would not be surprised if that happened before I died, and let's just hope he doesn't watch the podcast. So the next time I'm in America, and he's like, hello,
Would it be
old friend?
You know, they don't have our beloved NHS in America, do they? What if you put like Derby Allen in front of Health? You know, like tape it up. Like Derby, I'm going to buy 6 cars. Well, I had 7 before I got into work.
Have you tried jumping off a building? I usually find that helps. On a skateboard, of course. I'm not an idiot.
Oh, I tell you, it would be an absolute nightmare. The Deb man is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. He's already got the wig and he's got the gavel and he's just like every single decision. Create a bill for the boys.
She's just like, do you think that deserves more punishment?
We need laws.
Great for the boys.
He's been sober for 20 years. Create a beer for the boys.
Get those goddamn sharks out of my country.
No more sharks. Empty all the aquariums. I don't want it. I don't need it. And if I see another shark kicking around, I'm going to kick his ass.
Give the west wing to Phineas and the north wing to Henry. And I want Savio out there in the Pentagon keeping the games of Bones going.
Just because they new rule, everyone got to play a game of Bones on a Wednesday at 2 p.m. If you don't, you get arrested, thrown in jail.
It's a big quiche being vice president. It's like tucked in there.
Every goddamn morning, you have all those children stand up and pledge allegiance to magic space zombies. We're bringing reality back to the United States.
What's NASA saying about space these days?
The good news is, obviously, the political positions, you see the toll it takes on people and how much they age, you know, Obama in the 8 years. They're like, Jesus, I mean, you're working so hard as part of the government, you barely get a time to rest, right, dead man? Nice job, but I don't sleep. Maybe you should. Anyway, enough of all this. It's now time for a bloody good quiz. And this week's quiz is brought to you by Adam Blair. I thought I'd give him a shout out. It's the Panda Blair himself at Adam Wilton4, who always takes care of the
data.
Thank you.
I wasn't going to help you there. I just thought maybe you think he's going to throw it at me. Like, there's no camera to throw. This is just got to do it.
For our ladies' night, and I admonished him yesterday for being.
Yeah, I saw this.
I
hope he felt very bad when he saw his report.
And then he messaged us saying, I've just got home from knee surgery, so get well soon. Adam Blair, apologies.
This is a guilt pity quiz as opposed to you being a good guy. You've
guilt pity quiz.
Guilt pity quiz.
And it's all about the Costco guys, because I know how much you two absolutely love them. Your buzzers this week replaced we went boom.
Got it.
10 questions.
I don't think I'll be buzzing in today.
The buzzers of Nicholas and boom.
I want to retract it so that moob.
I got 2 of them, mate.
You wait for me to come to you. Remember, guys, though, it's just for fun. Just for fun.
Is it? It usually is.
Question.
Why do the quizzes always go off when he turns up? Whether you're sitting in that chair or whether you're sitting in that chair.
I think we all learned a lot about Vegas in April. Too much, some might say.
That was the worst quiz that's ever happened in the history of the business.
And that's all that matters.
Until today.
Question number 1. In the first video I saw of the Costco guys, the Rizzler has what item of food thrown at his head?
Oh, God.
Is it a chicken bake, a slice of cheese, a turkey crown, or a double chocolate cookie?
Boom! Is it the cheese?
Yay!
I'm going to go to the toilet. Just pretend I'm here. I'm not in. I won't be answering anything.
It's going to
but I'll come back.
I'll
come back and it'll be the same. It'll just be exactly the same.
Okay.
It'll be exactly the same as if I wasn't here.
Got him.
I believe you've got it this week.
I'll see how many I can get to
Good
before
luck.
you get back.
See if you can get the tally up.
All right.
Right.
We'll speed run this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you've got it.
Cool. Question number 2. Fingers on buzzers.
Okay.
Boom! Was something Big Boom AJ would say at high school when he did what? Is it finished a meal in the cafeteria, chugged a beer, sacked an opposing quarterback, or finished in the bedroom? Boom!
What is it? Is it in Family Guy? And boom goes the dynamite.
Yes.
Boom! I'll go with the sacked the quarterback.
Yay!
Yeah!
2 for 2. Question number 3. Christine, sorry, you were incorrect. It was not finished in the bedroom. Question number 3. A trip to buy what inspired the Costco guy's gimmick? Was it gym equipment, supplies for a birthday party, a bucket of mac and cheese, or Meatballs. Are you ready for some meatballs?
Oh, can you imagine putting those meatballs in a bucket of mac and cheese? I would eat that. As we've discussed this week, I don't mind food out of a bucket. Was it? Boom! I'll take party supplies.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Boom! Your options are gym equipment.
I'll take D, please.
Meatballs.
Yeah, D.
Yay!
He's back in.
2-1.
And you thought I wasn't in it. Ha! Fools!
Question number 4. Which of these things can't you buy at Costco? A casket, a 93-inch teddy bear, a 6-person sauna, or a 10-pound tub of Nutella?
Oh, my God.
Which of these things can't you buy?
How big I'd need the breadsticks to be for that?
When you say £10, do you mean £10 of weight or £10 of cost?
10-pound weight. Hefty.
Weight.
Boom! The sauna.
No, dear, that's
You can
wrong.
buy a 6-person sauna at Costco. Your options are
Boom.
casket.
No, I don't need them. I don't need them a day. I don't care. I'm going to say casket because I reckon maybe they'll say, you probably can, but maybe there's some like moral ground on there.
No, dear, that's
Buy
wrong.
caskets and urns.
Do they call them coskets?
Can you imagine? Congratulations to Vanders who got it correct. It is a 10-pound tub of Nutella. You can only buy a 7-pound tub of Nutella.
What the hell has happened to this country?
Can't even get double figures. Pathetic.
Question 5.
And obviously they've got giant baguettes as well there. So basically that's like putting, it's just a bigger chalk dip.
You think you could be like a tiny Tom Thumb with a choc dip? Oh, look at this.
Adele gets it. Oh, honey, I got shrunk. I didn't shrink the kids. I shrunk me.
Just get the jar. It's like the opening was big enough.
No.
Eat my way through it
Hang
over
on,
the
no.
weekend until the jar becomes visible. I can watch like the WWE Network through it.
Like the No Surprises video for Radiohead.
Yeah, not surprises. Not that kind.
No, not that. Don't be dirty. Don't be dirty. See, I think you've gone the wrong way there because I think you'd enjoy it more. Why would you have to exert yourself when you could just lower yourself into it?
Good point.
Why would you lift it
Handstands.
over your head like this? That's an exercise
Good
and
point.
energy. Just literally, just imagine the joy you get, like slowly spinning the lid off. And then like peeling the big metal thing back and just be like, Adele,
My head is in the jar,
I'll
Adele.
see you. It's like Friday night. Adele, I'll see you on Monday.
Kids don't come in. Dad's in his jar.
Like,
How many would it take to fill a bath with Nutella?
All the way to the taps, brother? I have to ask Hogan and Andre.
Okay. 2-1 still. Question 5.
kids come home and just legs are just sticking up in the air. Like, where's Dad? Yeah, he's still in there.
He's in his jar.
Are you having a mud bath? Nope.
Yeah.
Grab a choc dip. Question 5. Big Justice is
Trying to get bits up the side, you're like slapping the hands away from inside the tub. No.
Big Justice is particularly talented at which sport? Is it football, baseball, soccer, or cornhole?
Ooh. Could be a man after my own heart.
Make me think of, see, when you said it like that, you made me think of the song by the Viagra Boys called Sports. So it's a football,
Football,
wiener
baseball,
ball,
soccer, cornhole.
sports.
Boom! I'll go soccer.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Is there a E? None of the above.
There is not.
What letter was that?
Soccer was
No, yeah, just-
C.
Yeah, I'll
Baseball's
go with
B. Football's A.
B, please. Baseball.
Yay!
Yeah, why not?
Who's each?
All tied up
Is
at
it?
halfway point.
You didn't get very far, did you?
Why were the Costco guys... I was talking about him finishing in the bedroom. Why were the Costco guys banned from their local Costco initially? Was it because they ate all the chicken bakes and double chunk chocolate cookies? Were they mistaken for shoplifters? Did an elderly shopper complain about them being too rowdy or indecent exposure? Why were they banned from their local Costco?
Boom. C, please, Jeff.
Yay!
I don't.
It's not indecent exposure.
Christ for that.
God.
Question
I
7.
feel like it won't be the last time for some reason I hear that happening.
Big Boom AJ first found fame on TikTok as which character? Is it Big John Justice, a lawyer, Mortgage Muscles, Rowdy Rancher Randy, or Billy Big Bollocks? Which character did he play on TikTok?
Boom. C.
Rowdy Rancher Randy.
Yeah.
No, dear, that's wrong.
A.
Big John Justice.
Yeah.
No, dear, that's wrong.
At the other two, which one are you thinking? It was Mortgage Muscles.
Right, yeah.
Not Billy Big
Not
Bollocks.
Billy Big Bollocks,
Oh, no.
Still 3-2, 3 to go. Question 8. What did the Rizzler dress up as for Halloween? Was it Black Panther, the Riddler, a Twizzler, or a Minion?
You stop
You're a
this.
piece of trash, aren't you?
He
Nicholas.
has picked up Minion patter in the year of our Lord 2024.
It's very, very in at the moment, I've seen.
Nicholas.
Don't talk to me until I have my coffee.
No, yeah, sorry. Boom.
Yes.
Black Panther, please, Jeff. Yeah.
You're a Costco guy. I don't know this.
You're officially a Costco guy.
I'm not, I've just done it with him too long. See, when he gets too much creative control, the problem is he can't be stopped. So he tried to trick you with rhymes and the Riddler.
two to go. You need both these to draw and send the fans
All
home
right,
happy.
so I can officially relax now. That's good.
The danger is here, though.
Anything else?
Question 9 is true or false.
Okay.
True or false? Big Boom AJ once tagged with Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Ooh. I just like that, so I'll go with Troom.
He tagged with
I love
Jim
that.
Neidhart back in the day because obviously he's got a history as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, question 10, it's all on this, and it's a very serious question. Okay, all
And
right
not
on
to
this.
forget, of course, you can pin the whole weekend enjoyment and whether we have a good weekend or not on the fans by using your Fauna. You know, or Fauna Boomer, right? As I guess.
So we all know Big Boom AJ,
Don't need to ring my dad for this.
wrestling history.
Your dad. I think you're a boomer, son.
The phone call was coming from inside the pocket.
I got some bad news for you. That's not your father. That's a mirror.
So, Big Boom AJ
Yeah.
had a career as a wrestler previously. I went and looked on his cage match, and I want you to tell me, which of these people did Big Boom AJ once beat in his wrestling days? Is it Dickie Benz, Willie Curves, Nobby Arcs, or Dodger Tilts?
He doesn't even do the quiz for you, you know. He just does it for.
I'll be honest, I started there and went, well, there's 10 questions like this quiz one way or
Just
another.
rename it the bloody good time, and it's just Wilbourn sat at his desk prepping it. You know, I feel like I've got a good idea of the answer, but let's throw it to the phone a boner anyway.
Okay.
Right. No pressure, people at home.
Options again, please.
Options again, okay.
again, of course.
So, which of these people did Big Boom AJ once beat in his wrestling days? Dickie Benz, Willie Curves, Nobby Arcs, or Dodger Tilts?
You going two Google windows open. Synonyms: Ben's, dicks. Like,
Exactly what I did.
yeah, of course you did.
Of course you did.
Of course you did. Nobby Arcs was
Nobby
his tell.
Arcs.
Like I'm running out of words.
It's
What
a
we got?
proper.
What we got?
You know, when someone tries to put way too fancy of a word
Yeah.
in an article, that was exactly that. Only you never said Nobby or Arcs in his entire life.
You're never going to get this from AI, are you?
What's the chat suggesting?
They're all over the place. There's Vanders says Willie Curves.
I mean, that's not even an option, is it?
Yeah, Willie Curves was the second
Willie
one.
Curves. Oh, sorry.
It's not even an option.
Willie Curves says John Harrison as well. Vanders and Chris Teakin, agreeing with him on that one. Paul Abbott says Dickie Benz. Mr. Jeans. God,
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Jeans. Thinks Todger Tilts might have been his opponent.
Is that right, Mr. Jeans?
Is Mr. Jeans just you? Like, tweeting out, like, posting from another desk. Dodger Tilts. Dodger Tilts.
It's got to be Dickie Benz, right?
I
Is that
don't
what
bring
you're
me
going
in.
with?
This is-
You're agreeing with
Well, you got to go with the fans, right?
Paul Abbott. You don't have to. You can take
That's
their-
true.
Who am I agreeing with?
Paul Abbott.
Paul
says
Abbott,
Dickie Benz.
me and you
You're
and
not
Dickie Benz for the
You're not gonna
draw.
go with the majority. I don't know how it works.
I feel like Willie Curves is it's Wilbourn material.
It's not my weekend. It's gonna
I'll
get
say
ruined.
this
I'll
right.
run you through the options again, just in case you've forgotten them.
Phone a boner is appropriate this week.
Indeed. Dickie Benz, Willie Curves, Nobby Arcs, Todger Tilts. You're going with?
I'll go with Dickie Benz.
All on this. We have the
No,
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire
Not today.
dramatic
sorry.
music.
No, not today. Not for the boom, lads. Sorry.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's the correct answer. Todger Tilts is not a real wrestler.
Guys,
Dodger Tilts. What?
we'll be soon. Wikipedia get edited.
Well,
Watch out, WWE 2K24. Dodger Tilts.
Congratulations to Paul Abbott and the co-winners of this week's quiz. Let us know how you got on in the comment section, of course, and do stick around on YouTube because immediately after this, our Get the Table for 3 is going to be released. If you listen to this as a podcast, just go and search the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast on YouTube. You can go and watch that and all the great stuff we've released this week, celebrating the fact that we are one. Best of the Collision Cops, Best of the Dead Man, a couple of live streams on there as well. Some more surprises. Well, you know about them, but stuff coming next week as well. But you can follow us all on X. You can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. You can follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. You can follow one of the winners of the quiz at...
He's right, messed that up, hasn't he? It's Adam Nicholas. You can also follow this guy at...
Michael Hamflett, and I don't need to tell you where to follow Wilbourn because he's already done
if
it.
you want to follow me, you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn, and you can get cameos from me again now. But for now, this has been WrestleCulture. Thanks to everyone who's joined us. Stick around for Get the Table for 3. My thanks to Nicholas, to Hamflett. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon. WrestleCulture is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Wrestling.
Could you not get cameos from you for a bit? Did you switch
No,
it off?
I shut it off when I went on holiday.
Oh.
Now it's back on, and I'm available for Christmas messages and the like.
I left mine on the entire time.
Yeah.
Get cameos.
He never
especially
stops.
when I'm on
Man.
holiday.
Never ever stops. I've never switched it on, nor will I. But I'll enjoy these guys getting an enterprise out of it. It's great.
Very much.
I do. I support it.
And thank you to everyone for joining us. Congratulations again to Mimi. Get well soon
We've
to
got
Adam
4
Blair.
minutes to fill, yeah, pal.
Oh,
so-
bollocks.
Oh,
Okay.
God, really?
Is it just going to... So what happens? You're going to press stop and it's just going to...
Well, I guess
How's
so.
it work? I've no idea.
I assume so. I mean, we don't have to be like right on it, but I'll tell you what. Around like 28, we'll say goodbyes and we'll see what happens.
Goodbye.
Yeah, if it sends you, it sends you. Even if it doesn't, well,
Like the
turgid tails.
the American channels, the lead-in is so important, isn't it?
Yes.
Because like they don't want their American viewers to pick up their uppers or downers. They want to
That's
just
it,
stay
man.
put on the
You
channel.
can't miss it.
So like,
How will you know?
do you remember what was the channel over here that had American commercials and it pissed me off?
Oh.
I think it was like ABC One or something. It had there was a comedy show that had on all the time featuring Kelly Ripa about two sisters, and like, but it was
Is it called Two Sisters?
I think it was called Hope and Faith maybe, but like, and it had
Oh, the
like
Rippers.
8 Simple Rules. Was on it as well, and it would use American commercials, and it threw me off.
Oh,
so much.
no.
You wouldn't have like the 15-minute mark. It would just be cold open, adverts,
Well, it's great that
credits, adverts.
Oh, I hate it. I hate
you've
it.
avoided that then, because you don't ever have to watch American commercials during something that you enjoy now, right?
Almost never. Every now and then, like if I'm really into a show, I'll fly a nip across to America.
Yeah.
Like
Sometimes when you really
tune
want to
in
watch a
live,
show, you
fly back.
It always amazes me because Stax gives you the plane, you get there and back,
Yeah.
and then it's just like
It's so helpful.
I want to know
Like,
this.
I think he's got a Concorde. How fast it is.
Yeah, I want to know
Yeah.
the jet stream that you guys get in for that because it is
He lets me have my bowl of cereal on the plane.
sharp as hell.
Don't spill it. Put it on a tray.
It's halfway down
Stack's
the back
got
of the
tray, hasn't
plane by the
Yeah,
time
Stack's
it's taken off.
Yeah.
Stax definitely watches telly with a tray.
Yeah.
He's a man of class.
Yeah.
We were watching very early Stax, weren't we? He won a competition to be like a WWE superstar in the making and appeared on the 2014 SummerSlam kickoff. And they're all like,
Really?
yeah, all right, you little dweeb or whatever. And then Booker T, of all people, is there being like, yeah, nice one, kid. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
they go
Got
like,
something.
There's no
we'll hear
one.
more from you in a bit. Anyway, some crap matches to advertise
Yeah.
on SummerSlam.
10 years later, colleagues.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
And then he's going to do his matches. All right.
We done it.
Start saying goodbyes.
See you, goodbye.
Yeah.
It's been a great week and a great year. Thank you to everyone who supported us and allowed us to do this ridiculous thing where I read out Willy Curves, Nobby Arcs, and Todger Tilts as part of a quiz.
Yeah.
We did/do also have other exciting news, but we're just not able to talk about it
Cool stuff.
Not yet.
quite yet.
Not yet.
Really cool stuff.
I think you know,
Fairly soon we've accidentally alluded to it
but
a few
really
occasions.
none of us
stuff.
have ever said it
So
officially.
that's all right. It's cool.
Some stuff they don't know.
And some stuff you don't know, and that's cool too.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for joining us. As mentioned, lots of great stuff to check out on the channel from throughout this week. But for now, this has been WrestleCulture. My thanks once again to Adam Nicholas. My thanks to Michael Hamflett. Thanks to everyone who's joined us. And enjoy Get the Table for 3. We will see you soon.